What's up, guys? This is PGS Guru, and I'm here bringing you my first League of Legends commentary. That's right, I've been talking about it a lot, and it's finally here. I'm going to go ahead and do a commentary for you guys, and hopefully you like it. A little bit about me, for those of you that may not know me personally or be in my direct circle of friends. I played this game extremely hardcore back in June of last year, and I played it for about 6 months, and then long story short, a patch came out and I rage quit extremely hard. So hard, in fact, that I uninstalled. So that's kind of what happened. And I had a move happen and ended up going pretty far away from all my friends that I grew up with. So now I'm back on to keep in contact with them, and also to basically I guess the word would just, I'm excited for Dominion. Simple as that. I'm very excited for Dominion. So, this game, I'm going to be commentating over me playing Maokai, who is awesome. And the reason I'm going to do this over Maokai is because League of Legends is very ability power based and very, very friendly to carries now, AoE carries and everything else like that. It's really heavy in the game, and there's nothing you can really do about it. It's just there, and you got to deal with it. People don't really play straight up tanks anymore, and that's why I like Maokai. He wasn't around back when I was playing, and I think he's fantastic. So that's one reason I'm doing it, and another reason I'm doing it is back when I first started playing League of Legends, something that never really happened, or something I never really saw when I started playing on, I would search on YouTube for, like, tutorial videos, but no one ever uploaded anything like this. Just gameplay of a character and someone talking about what they were doing there with the character, what decisions they were making. So that's the other reason I'm making this. But anyway, it's enough about that. Let's get into talk about some of the gameplay right now. Just started off. First item I went was Doran's Ring, because it's kind of like the $5 box of the Doran's items. It gives you a little bit of everything, and with Maokai, mana is really important for that reason right there, to be able to throw those little saplings out, and they're basically like having a free sight ward. And we've got our Renekton and our Lee Sin down bottom, and you're going to see in this video, having those two in the lane together is pretty devastating, especially when it's a first-time Fiddle player, we find out. And I'm solo laning up top against Tryndamere. In case you guys noticed or didn't notice, their Mordekaiser didn't connect right away. So me and this Tryndamere actually end up solo laning up top. I'm solo laning because our Xin Zhao is jungling, and then we have our Kennen in mid against their Cassiopeia, who is a champion I have no idea anything about. Like, I'll be able to make comments about some of the older champs, but nothing on really anything about Cassiopeia. So anyway, this is kind of a bad situation for Maokai. He's not very strong on his own. He really needs to kind of lane with someone, because, well, on his own he doesn't have a lot of damage output or burst damage, and early on he doesn't have a whole lot of survivability. So that's kind of a problem. But if you look here, I just basically play pretty defensive. My first skill I try to level and get max with Maokai is Sapling Toss, simply because of how fantastic of an ability it is. I mean, look how annoying. I'm just throwing these little saplings out, and I can throw them in bushes, I can throw them behind the enemy Tryndamere, I can throw them behind the enemy creep wave, and get farmed from the explosion. And right there, our Renekton gets a double kill to open up the game with, which was fantastic. That is one of the very few situations where I'll actually say that that was completely worth it. 2 for 1, definitely worth it, especially Renekton early game. So right here, I'm just still kind of being annoying. I call for our Xin Zhao to kind of come up and just get this Tryndamere off me a little bit. He's pushing me a little too close to the tower for comfort, and I'm not sure if they have a jungle. So right here, I kind of make a couple mistakes that could have led to his death. I don't have enough mana. I should have clarity before this, but I don't think I do. I hit him with the stun right there, and really, I don't have my knockback, so there's not a whole lot else I could do. I try to ghost and chase after him, but my stun doesn't come back up in time. And right there, he's just got too close to the turret. So it was a close kill. And here in a minute, I almost end up getting the kill on him, but there was a key mistake in communication between me and Zhao, and I think that'll be pretty obvious here in a second. You see Zin's up behind him, annoying him, and I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna go for the, we're gonna go up here and, commit to the kill. And once again, this is my fault. I didn't communicate with Zen enough to realize what was going on. I throw the sapling, and I do that stun, and I'm pretty sure, like, I have him. I hit him with the root.
You have been slain.
Yeah, you see what happens there, and that is the result of not communicating with your teammate. I should have told Zen to jump back in, but I didn't. And right here in Skype, I'm a little annoyed, but like Zen said, it's early game, not to worry about it. So that's what you gotta do. You gotta shake it off. Yeah, it was kind of a crappy kill, but it's whatever. And right here, I wait for the gold to get Ruby Crystal, because my next item I want to get is Catalyst the Protector. Once again, kind of a $5 box. It gives you a lot of stuff, basically just to have, good mana, good health, a little bit of ability power. It's just a good item in general. Right there, you see our Renekton and our Lee Sin. They're pushed back pretty far to their turret, but due to smart decisions, they pick up a lot of kills during this video. You'll just see our Renekton kind of go nuts. He gets a lot of kills, and I wish I had more video of it. But once again, this is a Maokai spotlight. As you see, I'm 0-1. I'm down 1 death, but it's early game. Now, for those of you League of Legends who might be new to League of Legends, you can see, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm level 4, Trinimir's level 6. He has so much more creep farm than I do, and this is just since this is such a bad match for me, it's hard for me to gain experience. And this is not necessarily something I need to be worried about. I know that this lane was going to give me trouble, and I just kind of have to deal with it, I mean, Maokai luckily can, if you just build him right and are patient and make smart decisions, you'll be okay, especially even if you're in a solo lane, which is one of the worst situations you can be in as a Maokai. And what just happened right there, that little heal that healed me, is his passive called Magical Sap. After a certain amount of spells are cast near him, his next hit that he will do will do a little bit of damage. Now right here, the only reason I jumped in on him right there was to see how he would react. And he backed off, because he realizes the last time I did that, Zhao was there, ready to gank. So that kind of mind game can really be something to take note of. If someone, got hit by something before and died or almost died, they'll keep that in their mind, and they'll either die or back off. It's just one or the other. My sapling placement up top lane doesn't really matter. I'm just kind of throwing them randomly just to be annoying. I popped my Clarity right there, which I feel that Clarity is a must for Maokai. And as you see, this is kind of a one-sided game. We just absolutely destroy this other team in team kills, and it's a pretty bad game for them. They said their fiddle was a first-time fiddle, and once again, their Mordekaiser is still not connected. So, this is a one-sided game, but I still think there's a lot of good stuff that happens in this to make it a good commentary. So right there, I just threw a sapling in the bush. And you know what? Just for reference, because I don't call him sapling in game, I call him Vegeta Jr. If you know the reference, good for you. If you don't, immediately watch the Dragon Ball Z Abridged series and be funny. Once again, just tossing saplings to be annoying, letting him know he can't go back right in the middle of the lane. And, I mean, we're kind of doing this little dance, this back and forth, but I'm not going to kid myself. He can out-DPS me. He's got all the tools to do it. But I have the mindset and the tools to make sure that, that he stays on his toes at least. Once again, just throwing that out there. And like I said, our Renekton kind of goes a little berserk. The only reason I'm jumping in on him here is to keep him from going back. I'm just trying to be annoying. I'm not trying to get the kill. I don't want anyone to get the wrong idea by my gameplay. I wasn't jumping in trying to get the kill. I'm just trying to keep him from going back and getting better items. And luckily, this is a reason I feel like Maokai with clarity is very, very good. You're usually going to be behind in the creep farm and be behind in the levels. So clarity keeps you in the fight. Right here, our Kennen comes up. He sees him. I go for a gank. This is another situation where I make a mistake, and I'll completely admit it. Kennen's chasing him down, and I see he's getting low, so I come up and I try to help a little bit. Kennen pops his ult here. What I should have done was just stayed on him and kept auto-attacking, and Kennen would have lived.
Ally has been slain.
But I ran away. He got the kill, but ultimately our Kennen died, and our Kennen was our solo or our mid lane, and huge mistake on my part. And you see he notices there, and I apologize and everything, but once again, just shake it off and keep going. But this is a really good situation for me now, because now that Tryndamere gone, I can farm up, get some gold, get some experience, and actually get a chance to go back and buy some items. I do think I do a little bit of damage to the... Nope, I go back right here. And as you see, Mordekaiser, you all got off lucky, which, by the way, just in my personal opinion, I don't care if you're great at League of Legends, terrible at League of Legends, just starting, whatever it is. The biggest scrub in the world is the one who talks crap and can't do anything about it. That's the biggest scrub in my opinion. So, just food for thought. And as you see, we got Fiddlesticks and Tryndamere up top, so this is a little bit more of a hairy situation for me. And I make another very critical mistake, and I'm going to point out my mistakes, and yeah, I realize I do make a lot of mistakes, but hey, you learn more from mistakes than you do from really anything else. They're on the turret, and I'm doing a good job of defending right here, and this is where I make a humongous problem. I see Fiddle getting focused by the tower, and I chase. And you see exactly what happens. I get too far away from the tower, and I just get destroyed. Now right here, I let them know that top tower is in trouble, and I believe right here our Lee Sin actually teleports to the top, and keeps them off of it. Yeah, I think it's our Lee Sin. Yep, there he is, and he's basically there, you know, covering my butt because I messed up again. And another thing, we're all this team is a completely pre-made team. This is with my all my buddies, and we're all in Skype together, talking, planning, and you know, just making sure we all know what's up. And a big thing is, don't get upset with your people in your Skype. Now this is a really good example of a smart play. Lee Sin right here realizes he's outmatched, so he just runs, and watch what happens. He picks up a kill because he ran away, and that is possibly one of the most important things. Here's Xin Zhao. He sees that Tryndamere's low. We go. I stun Tryndamere, but he does his little whirly blade thing away, which is super annoying. And this is kind of stupid. He Undying Rages underneath the turret, and our Xin Zhao sticks around just a little too long up here. He's not dead. I threw a sapling and tried to kill him after Undying Rage. He got ignited. He had everything in the world on him. He should have died. And our two guys are sitting there just trying to get the kill. Zen rushes in.
An ally has been slain.
And I get in. I see that it's kind of hopeless, and I back off. Because after seeing Zen get taken down by the turret, I don't need to jump in there. Now, Renekton and Lee Sin are kind of on a hunt up there at top, trying to get this Tryndamere. He's really, really low. So that's what they're kind of doing, is just getting on the hunt. I threw that sapling there because that is really the only place that someone could sneak up on me and possibly get a gank. But luckily, if you have good map awareness, you can pretty well, you know, avoid being ganked. As long as your team is good about calling MIAs and everything else. So I end up getting this top turret for my team. There's Tryndamere. He's got to come back and see, just make me aware that he's there. And right here I go for the stun, because I know two key things. One, he's low. Two, he doesn't have
Rampage.
any really huge threatening items right now.
An
He's not
ally has been slain.
Mega Tryndamere, as I call him, where he's just absolutely unkillable and he can auto-attack down Baron Nashor solo, you know, and he's already blown his ult. So right here, I place the sapling where it needs to be. I get the stun. The sapling tracks him. I hit my knockback. And that little combination was just enough to kill Tryndamere and pick up some extra gold.
Your team
So,
has destroyed a turret.
you know, like that was a smart play on my part. I actually make the right decision right there, and you know, good Vegeta Jr. placement, good stun, and I pick up a kill. And with that turret kill that we just got, I have enough gold to finish my Merc Treads. And the next item I start on is a Rod of Ages, and it's, you know, it starts off with Catalyst, and or Catalyst, you need Catalyst to build it, and I just think it's a good item. This is hilarious, by the way. This Warwick just completely accepts his fate. That made me laugh extremely hard because it just he quit trying. And good job by Xin Zhao and Renekton killing him under the tower. For those of you who are new to League of Legends, unless you can, or know your character can, don't dive the tower. Fiddle kind of blows his ult right there. Once again, he let us know he was a first timer. Here's the first team fight really in the game. I go in, I stun Fiddle. He's the biggest threat. I throw my ult so everyone takes the reduced damage. And right there, I just pop it because I know Tryndamere is going to try to run away. Throw this, and this is why I love Maokai. I stun him, knock him back. I know he's going to run into his base, so I throw Vegeta Jr. And what happens with Vegeta Jr.? Oh.
Killing
Yeah, Vegeta Jr. gets the kill. And that is exactly why I love Maokai. You know, like I said, you know, he may start off not the best, but once you learn how to play with him and you get some good items on him, he's really a whole lot of fun. And our Renekton pretty much just absolutely chases down this Cassiopeia and annihilates her with his Gator Drills. Gator Drill that's what I call it, by the way. I know that's not the name of it. I'll call things not what they are frequently.
Godlike.
And yeah, our Renekton goes absolutely nuts here, which is it's kind of an inside joke because Jobo, who is normally not a Renekton player, decided he wanted to redeem himself because on another game he just had a terrible score. Inadvertently ended up feeding the other team, and it was pretty bad. But amazingly, we still won in that game just because of good team communication. So we've got me, Kennen, and Lee Sin here in mid, and we're going to push up. Yeah, Mordekaiser's not a threat. You know, we could pretty much dive on the turret and kill him, but I don't want to risk taking turret shots and getting into a team fight. And Fiddle is way out of place. He's with his Tryndamere, but it's not going to be enough to save him. I wait to use my ult till right here because I see that they're low. I try to knock Tryndamere back into my teammates, and pretty easy 4v2. Pretty simple, especially when our guys are pretty fed at this point. And
Rampage.
yeah, just diving at the turret at Mordekaiser there. He's basically free gold, getting so low level. I throw a sapling up just in case she may try to run.
Your team
So we
has
get mid
destroyed
turret,
a turret.
and I see I've got my blasting wand. I'm next buy. Time I go back and buy, I get my Rod of Ages, and I get a lot more health with Rod of Ages, and it's really good. I don't know why Kennen right there decided he wanted to take some turret shots to the nose, but he did, and that's fine. And once again, this first time Phil doesn't realize his ult's not good enough to 4v1. Right here, throw my ult, give our Xin Zhao a little bit of reduced damage, throw it down, and we pick up a couple kills right here.
Double kill.
Renekton just goes nuts. Cassiopeia, I can actually get in here and kind of bully her a little bit. I know she doesn't have the damage output, and right there, it is completely fine that I died. It is 100% okay for two reasons. Number one, we're so far ahead in the game, of course. And number two, I'm the tank. Okay? It is my job to get in there and get in the way. and give
Your
Renekton
turret
another
has been
kill.
destroyed.
Renekton's job is to get kills. My job is to die. So that's why I was completely okay. And Warwick is down there trying to backdoor, but he can't take on Xin Zhao and Renekton, which Xin Zhao pretty well got him. But Renekton comes up anyway just to help because Gator Drill's a fantastic chasing tool. And they just kind of chase him out of the bottom. Tryndamere up top trying to farm, probably to become, you know, Jesus Tryndamere, but that never really happens. Warwick runs so in such a one-line path, like he could have juked in that bush and probably completely dodged him, but instead he gets annihilated by everyone that's right there. You know, one juke and he could have been pretty much almost scot-free, but he made the wrong decision and ran in a straight line. You know, you got to be creative. Fiddle once again caught way out of place. Team positioning is really important in this game. You got to have good position. So right here we're getting their inhibitor. I'm finally up because Maokai's a slow bastard, and we're killing their middle inhibitor. And right here, 3 of them, but we're strong enough that we don't need to worry about it. I kind of pop everything, pop my ult. I pick out the targets of who I need to stun, and right here, you know, Tryndamere's trying to do stuff, but I keep trying to push him back far enough that he can't get to anything.
An ally has been slain.
Yeah, and he ends up getting a quick kill on our Renekton, but our Lee Sin luckily has lots of health and plenty of damage output. And the fact that Xin Zhao was there completely means I can turn around and fight. I may have been a little bit lower health, but it doesn't matter because I had good team positioning. I was in the back. Our Xin Zhao initiated. I threw out the stun, and you know, that's just how a good team fight should be. Everything really in this game we did pretty well, except for my couple mistakes at the beginning. As you see there, we got a little bit of rage from the other team. You know, I mean, once again, people who lose and start to talk crap, that is the scrubbiest thing you can do. If you just, you know, you have a lever, then you have a lever. I mean, whatever. There are ways to adjust your gameplay to win a 4v5. You know, you can get your carries super fed. Like if Tryndamere would have probably started jungling and just avoided being killed a couple times, he could have absolutely helped his team come back. But instead he kept laning, and that I don't really understand. And you see a little bit of trolling by our Kennen here. He's up there telling them he's by their golem buff, and him and Renekton are just chilling. They really don't care because of how just completely fed they are. I'm gonna go up here, and even though they don't really need me to do anything, yeah. Once again, the Fiddlesticks can't be running around by himself. We see these 2 up here, or 3 characters up here. All 4 of us just kind of jump in. I stun Warwick there just to make sure he dies. Throw my ult down because Tryndamere's there. And while Tryndamere isn't, you know, as good as he should be, he can still be a threat in some cases.
Killing spree.
So we run up. You know, Mordekaiser's not a threat at level 10, so we go up here. Our Renekton goes in and just annihilates him. We go back a little bit, push back, and our Cassiopeia got hit on the nose really hard by something I can't see. I'm not even gonna say it again about the fiddle. He's a first-time fiddle, so he doesn't really understand where he needs to be in the team fight. But in general, if you're a caster, don't be running out in the front. I mean, just don't. Right here, I'm just kind of focused on taking down the turret. But you know, we see Warwick there, and you can't help yourself. You got to go in and get some kills. And I start running away right here because I realized Trim's there. And Lee Sin did not realize that that was a bad situation to fight in. So I'm running right here. I want to get away. I don't care if that is why Trin is dangerous right there. I mean,
you have been slain.
He wasn't, like I said, he wasn't the best, but he still got the kill on me, even though I've had better everything the whole game. And Xin Zhao goes in and just kind of cleans up the mess because, well, he's Xin Zhao, and that's what he does. Fiddlesticks, pops murder crows, and then flashes in. I don't understand the Fiddle's real thinking here. But anyway, I realized that, you know, I'm talking a lot about the team fight and everything, but all in all, I think Maokai is one of the strongest tanks in the game. And right here you see me, I'm building a Sunfire cape. The reason I'm building a Sunfire cape is because they have, you know, their Tryndamyr's, he's in there, and he's a heavy melee champion, and their Mordekaiser's there too. And Sunfire cape is just an absolutely fantastic item on Mordekaiser. You run in, and it basically makes everything about him just a little bit beefier. See the team fight initiate right here, but our super fed Renekton is there. He pops his ult. They take down the Trynd. They switch focus a little bit.
An enemy has been slain.
Kennen kills Cassiopeia, and well, everyone dies. And I'm trying to just run up because I tried to get there before that team fight happened, but I was just way too slow. Mordekaiser's just trying to be a little disruptive, and he does a pretty good job. I throw my ult right in the middle of everything because, well, I can take a couple shots from the turret. Not too many, but I can take a couple shots. And we get to pick up a couple kills right there. And the game's pretty well over at this point. We're at their inhibitor. They're down on everything. And I'm low level, or low health right here, but that's why I'm kind of staying towards the back. I'm just throwing saplings and trying to be mildly annoying. Stun him right there just to make sure we get the kill. And that is GG. And I end up with a 6-4-17. Very respectable tank kill death ratio. And we pick up the win. And a little slash dance for the camera. So thanks a lot for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to subscribe and like this video. Thanks for watching.